Click! Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Bear and Rooster Show with your host, Bear and Rooster. And before we start today, we want to give a quick shout out to our latest super thanks that have sent us some of your hard-earned money. So, Leanne G, Linda Spencer, Harriet Miller, Nina Robertson, Jasmine Ariano, and Best Pray, I'm Dead. You guys, your names, I'm not Spanish. I can't speak Spanish.
I was just laughing at Best Pray, I'm Dead.
Best Pray, I'm Dead.
It's everybody's name.
Everybody has their
Best
name.
Pray, I'm
Well,
Dead.
that could be the real name. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. I know sending your hard-earned money, we put it to equipment and stuff like that in the studio, so thank you very much for that. Your name should be coming across the screen any second now. And yeah, without further ado, this most recent video that we're about to do has been flooding our comments since we did some sleep token stuff. So being as we're both drummers, we decided to delve into the live version of the summoning.
Yeah, everybody's been saying you got to watch them play it live, because they play it a little bit different. I guess there's some extra drum content.
Drum solo, yeah. So yeah, I think this is from their show, their most recent show. Oh no, it's not.
2023.
2023 in Dallas, Texas. And even then, judging by the background here, we can see that it's an arena. So yeah, this is 2 playing the summoning in Texas. That snare drum is just so crisp.
Sorry to pause so early.
He's not sorry. He does this all the time. And then he says he's sorry.
But for those of you that are wondering why we're watching this video, it's because we're focusing on the drums and background instruments. We're not so much focusing on
the song
itself. So the drum tones, first of all, amazing. Every single time I hear them, it blows me away.
Tight.
There you go.
Even without the backing of the full band, it still slaps.
So good. So we try not to pause it too much, but really quickly, I can't control it, man. His drums sound so good. For those of you that are not drum techs, let me break something down for you. And those of you that are drummers will appreciate this. It's really hard to get a bass drum to sound both punchy and bassy. Fat, deep, thick bass. It's really difficult to get that sound, especially in an arena. It doesn't matter how big your subwoofers are. That treble side, the slap side, always overrides your bass, or it ends up sounding wah, 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 like their heads are ringing together. This kit altogether sounds so clean. From the bass drum, where you can hear every independent stroke, especially that snare. I would love to have that snare. 2, if you ever decide you want to get rid of that snare, please message me. I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
I'd message me first.
But it has to be a super thick ply, meaning like a standard ply for just a cheap snare would be like 6 ply or 7 ply. For a good snare, you're looking at 8 to 10. I mean, for like a 10 would be a really, really good heavy snare, but it kind of has to be that thick of a ply for you to crank up the head that high and still get some depth and warmth to it.
Yeah.
Because he's got that head cranked. And speaking of, there's not a lot of metal drummers that crank their head up that high. Joy Jordison did.
Yeah.
And he does. But, I mean, like, there's not a lot of them. Danny Carey.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's not a ton of metal drummers out there that have their snares cranked up high like that, because you can hear every little mistake, man.
Yeah.
Every little stroke counts. But it makes for, when it's played right and an experienced good drummer sits down behind a kit like that, they make every tom, every snare stroke sound great.
Everything sounds amazing. Like, when you crank your snare so high like that, all your ghost notes for your non-drummers, it's the ones that are barely there, that you can barely hear. But there's so much ghost notes in his playing that he needs to have something like that cuts through the mix.
Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't hear it. If you had that fat, sloppy, big arena snare sound, you would miss all of that. Yeah.
So in regards to the kick drum sound, I don't think that he's using triggers here. I'm pretty sure that he's not. Triggers are things that when you hit the drum, another synthetic drum or a recording of a drum is put on top of that beat. And metal have been using that for a long time. Metallica...
Yeah,
Lars's kicks and things like that. There's a lot of triggers there. I'm pretty sure, but to get a live sound like that, which Aaron was talking about here on the bass drum, they're taking an internal microphone that's inside it, and also one that's outside it.
Outside the acoustic hole.
Yes, so you've got one that is typically on the inside. They can use it for actually hearing the beater hit the head,
the attack on the head,
the treble, and then. I use just one when I'm going live, and I can EQ it to where I'm getting that sound. But then when we're in the studio, we definitely have inside, outside, and then we have a sub kick, which is taking all the sub frequencies. But the kit just sounds absolutely incredible. The toms are tuned perfectly.
Beautiful. To notes. They're tuned like a chord. If you were to play all 3 of them together, it would sound like a piano chord, a 3-note chord, or 4-note chord.
Yeah, phenomenal. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Not sorry. Cymbal Talk is coming up next.
Taking a sip of his Coca-Cola. Pretty sure it's Coca-Cola.
Liquid Death.
Liquid Death, send us some stuff.
Send us some stuff, Liquid Death.
So I think this is the solo that everybody's talking about, because this is usually the breakdown in the recorded version.
See, you don't like a dry ride. I like the dry ride.
Yeah. What I do in my own time is my own business.
I like that dry ride sound.
Try our best not to pause it through this.
Not overplaying. Letting it breathe. Bulls.
He's got a Coke in the holder.
We've already reacted to the song before, but as far as like going live, watching what they do live, man, you can tell Vessel A is very active on stage. He's going around. So is whoever's playing guitar, man. I think it's 3 or 4 or 1 or 3 maybe, but really super movement, a lot of movement going around, but man, I think that the highlight of this video is definitely the drum tones. It's so hard to play on a really clean snare like that because it's so unforgiving. And playing live like that and doing a solo and then coming back in on your click track or your whatever your metronome is going in your ears, coming back in and staying in time through the whole solo is a lot harder than what people think. It's easy to speed up and slow down, and then you could be a half a beat behind or a quarter beat behind.
Pushing and pulling the tempo, and that's what gives it that the human feel. Because when you're playing exactly on a click, especially when it's a drum solo, there's no other instruments to convey emotion. So as a drummer, you're trying to push a little bit faster and a little bit.
You want to stay on. We're not talking about going beyond the beat or way behind the beat. We're talking about here's the beat, and to play behind the beat, you're literally playing like just a hair behind it.
It's just to give it that human, unrobotic tone, and he's doing that very, very well.
Very well.
In the cymbal work.
The cymbals. First of all, the cymbals sound great. Just his picking of cymbals is amazing because cymbals wash out so easy and you can't hear every individual cymbal after they just are all ringing. And going crazy. So he's got a really good mix of dry cymbals, hand hammered, pressed, and sizes.
Turned,
turned. So he's got a really good array, and it just looks like a lot of cymbals, but they really have a lot of meaning because he uses them some places instead of toms.
Yeah. Those what are they called? They're not clappers, stackers. So those tiny little cymbals that are stacked on top of one another.
Yeah, those splash cymbals that are
they don't ring. So, but he's using them in his fills and everything, and it's exceptional. And back to the dry ride. To those of you who think we're talking dirty, it's not. It's a big cymbal.
The ride
that
cymbal
he's using over here to his right. Yeah, it's not that I'm not a fan of them. I just like a little bit more of a ring and a
Yeah.
little bit more of a ding on the bell.
Yeah, big bell.
Big bell.
I like that dry ride. I think it's really cool, especially for metal because you can make it wash like if he's putting the stick playing in the meat of the stick, the middle of it.
Yeah.
He can get it to wash, and ride hard, with something that's metal. But he's got other crashes he can use. Really, where that thing cuts through is when he's playing with the tip of his stick, and you can hear every stroke really, really cleanly. And then his bell work, the bell's not super clangy. It's just a little more ding on top of the little ping.
Another thing I noticed too, when they were showing that shot from behind where you could see the drinks on the table, he's using his double kick, which is he's right-footed. I'm left-handed, so I'm using left.
You're swapped.
Like a mirror. But his left foot, which is his non-dominant foot, he has the double kick on the other side of the hi-hat.
Hi-hat pedal. Yeah, that is odd because most drummers, especially metal drummers, want them as close together as possible.
But on the inside, because the bar has to go across that, so that leads me to think that he's using a remote hi-hat.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the hi-hat on the wire. You guys out there, probably any of the drummies out there, may be able to tell me that. We have stuck to what we were going to say and kind of refrained from looking at more of this stuff because we want to be able to bring it in here and genuinely talk about it genuinely like that. Somebody in the comments had said Luke Holland and him have never been in the same room, but I know that for sure that Luke Holland is not the drummer of Sleep Token. They're very, very similar. Have you ever seen Luke Holland?
Yeah, it's not him.
He's unbelievable.
Unless he completely changed his style up and I don't know. You'd really have to be working hard to do that. I don't think it's Luke Holland.
Yeah, somebody had said though in the comments that they have seen pictures of them, what they look like, and they use the paint that we talked about to
obscure themselves.
Yeah, well, the tattoos that they have that would give them. So that makes me think that the drummer has hand tattoos, and I know that Luke doesn't, and I don't. So I'm definitely not the drummer, and you don't either.
You've got hand tattoos.
Oh, I have one hand tattoo. Yeah. It's my wedding date, so I don't forget it, even though I forgot it this year. I did the day after because I can't read Roman numerals. But anyway, here we are. Another cracking song by him. And it was really refreshing, even though we are big musicians, it's refreshing to hear a very drum-heavy mix. Yeah. And usually when that happens, the drums don't sound as good as they do there because they're taking some sort of a stereo mic or a rough mix from the drums, but that's somebody.
Or mic placement is off. It's too far off of the head, too far out of the F hole or the acoustic hole.
It's really, really, really good.
Man, again, what a crazy. I love that we've been introduced to Ren and Youngblood, and Sleep Token probably is, as far as drum tones and studio tones, as well as live tones now that we've heard. Probably my favorite.
So Nate, our producer, did say when he was pulling up this video that, correct me if we're wrong, but the Drumeo one that they did, it's a breakdown. It's him talking and stuff like that. So I didn't think it would be the right one to do here and comment. So that's why we went for the live one. But as soon as this is over and I'm on my own, I'm going to be watching that. I think there's a full-length version there in an hour or something like that. So that's amazing.
Well, once again, thank you to all the Sleep Token fans and actually followers now of ours that have come in and followed along and jumped into the comments. You guys are so positive. You say so many good things. There's not a lot of nastiness that goes through there, a lot of negativity. It's all really encouraging. And we still, like we said in our very second video, I think, we'll take everything to heart, everything you say, and we will try to make it better. But on the next note, you may have seen this hat sitting here on the table. This is our new Flex Fit Snapback by Generate Designs. And they're super comfortable, super pretty hats. And you can see your favorite Bear and Rooster there, as well as some of the gear that we're wearing here. Please go to Generate Designs. It'll be coming across the bottom of your screen. But go to Generate Designs. Let them know that Bear and Rooster sent you, and they'll take good care of you.
Do you want to do something just off the cuff?
Yeah.
try and give away something?
I would love
would
to
we do
actually.
that?
Something with
The
the comments.
logistically, yeah, something in the comments. So it's coming up to Christmas. I think we're shooting here at the start of December. So, whoever makes the funniest Christmas rhyme
Or
involve
like limerick or
yeah,
poem or
limerick,
whatever.
poem, something like that about our channel and the Bear and Rooster, we will send out either a hat or a T-shirt. And actually, the top three, I think that'd be funny.
Yeah, top three would be great. The very first one, the best one gets a hat and a shirt.
And a shirt, and then the
other ones get a
second
high
one,
five.
a hat or a shirt.
Yeah,
How
you
about
get to
that?
choose.
So yeah, we have sold some merch. So we are waiting on those people to get back and wear their merch wherever they are. I think it's wild that we're sending merch around the world. So
yeah, we just got one the other day. Said I'm watching from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, the cricket.
Like, that's incredible.
Cricket, big cricket fans. But yeah. So just like Rooster said, thank you very much for all the comments, all the suggestions. Keep them coming. We're here for another little while. We're going to shoot some more videos. So stay tuned. After this video, then there's going to be some more videos coming up. So, yeah, that's really it.
Until next time.
Peace.